Many Americans are reinventing their careers as they work past the traditional age of retirement. 66% of baby boomers say they either are working or plan to work past the age of 65, or they have no plans to retire at all. The reasons include not being able to afford retirement and needing the income or health benefits. Career coach John Tarnoff tackles all of this in his new book. It's called Boomer Reinvention: How to Create Your Dream Career Over the Age of 50. He joins us at the table to discuss. Hello, John.
Good morning.
You point out in the book you are not a career counselor. You say you've been fired a lot. 18 jobs you've had, fired 7 times, but yet you feel qualified to give advice about careers. Why?
Well, I'm a recovering film studio executive, and entertainment is a pretty tumultuous kind of a profession. So I think that as a result of having been through all these ups and downs, I've learned a thing or two about how to pivot from a setback and turn a setback into a success. And that, coupled with a psychology degree, which I earned when I hit a wall in my career at age 50 and decided to pivot to a career that was more oriented towards education and training.
Well, because you say don't be ashamed of being fired and embrace the failure.
Exactly.
Which is hard to do when you've been fired.
Well, I think particularly today when the economy is changing so fast and roles are changing, we have to realize that it's not always about our performance. And I think boomers were raised at a time when being fired was shameful. It meant that you couldn't stay in this job that was supposed to maintain your career.
And how much of it is that generational hardwiring?
I think a lot of it is. I think we were conditioned to this idea that you got a good education, got a good job, worked for 40 years, got to retire, and that's out the window.
And that's why you say you should reinvent your career before you are forced to do so.
Well, exactly.
Which I think is a really good point.
Because a lot of people in their 50s are being downsized and being given early retirement buyouts, and they're kind of lost. They think, I've worked in this job that defines me, and they need to understand that there is more. There's more down the road, and that the job is inside them. That next career step is not out there in some job description.
No, the line that stood out, guys, to me was take a deep dive into your heart.
Yeah, it really is.
I like that.
So based on your research, what were some good examples of people who reinvented themselves, who were boomers? How did they do it? Take us step by step. Yeah.
Well, I have profiles of 7 people in the book, and I really wanted to go out to find people who were using some of the principles that I talk about in the book, and without getting into the 5 steps and 23 strategies, which is kind of this modular program that you can avail yourself of. What it comes down to for me are 2 ideas. The first idea is that, again, the job is inside you, and that we all have, particularly at this stage of life, we've kind of earned this right to have meaning and purpose in our careers. We know more who we are, what we're capable of, what we like to do, how we're going to enjoy getting up in the morning and going to work for the next 20 years of our lives. And that the other idea is that in order to create the future, you have to reconcile the past. We all have a certain amount of baggage at this point in our lives, and if we bring that baggage into a job interview or an investor meeting, they're going to see that we're not quite resolved about this.
25% of people who live to the age of 65 will live till 90.
Yep.
So we could be working a long time.
Dream and dream big. John Tarnoff, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.